Imagine walking down a sidewalk, taking a single step to your right, and instantly changing your country, your language, your currency, and your laws. No border checkpoints, no walls, no police asking for your passport. A place where crossing the street means switching from Portuguese to Spanish, where people pay for lunch using Brazilian reais or Uruguayan pesos at the exact same cash register, and where the dividing line between two nations runs right through the middle of a public park. In a world full of heavily guarded borders, concrete walls, and geopolitical tensions, there is a city in South America that completely defies all rules of geography. Welcome to the border of peace, the story of Santana do Livramento, in Brazil, and Rivera, in Uruguay, two cities that, in practice, function as a single one. Today, you are going to discover how this geographical anomaly was created, what life is like for people born in one country who go to school in the other, and why this hidden corner of South America is the most fascinating social experiment on the planet. To understand this phenomenon, we first need to look at the map. We are in the far south of Brazil, in the state of Rio Grande do Sul, right on the border with northern Uruguay. Unlike most borders around the world, which are usually marked by massive rivers, tall mountain ranges, or impenetrable jungles, there is none of that here. There is only a street, a simple paved avenue called International Avenue, Block 1, a public square divided down the middle. The heart of this unity is called International Plaza. Inaugurated in 1943, it is the only public space in the world shared simultaneously by two sovereign nations. In the center of the square stands a massive obelisk. If you stand on the eastern side of the monument, you are legally in Brazilian territory. If you take just 2 steps to the west, you are in Uruguay. There are no guards, no fences. Children play football, passing the ball from one country to another without even realizing it. Block 2, a language that doesn't officially exist. When two cultures live together without a wall separating them, language naturally evolves. In this region, locals don't just speak Portuguese or Spanish, they speak a unique dialect known as Portunhol. It is not just a mix of words, it is a fully functional dialect used in everyday life, in local business, and even in schools. A Brazilian can walk into a store on the Uruguayan side, speak Portunhol, and the Uruguayan shopkeeper will reply effortlessly. For tourists, it sounds like a completely new language. Block 3. Paying with 2 different currencies at the same register. Economic life here is just as integrated as the culture. In Santana do Livramento and Rivera, almost every single shop, restaurant, or taxi accepts both Brazilian reais and Uruguayan pesos. When the Brazilian economy fluctuates, locals simply cross the street to buy cheaper groceries in Uruguay. When the exchange rate shifts in favor of Brazil, thousands of Uruguayans flood the Brazilian supermarkets. It is an economic ecosystem, governed entirely by supply, demand, and a simple walk across the street. Block 4. Born in one country, studying in the other, living on an invisible border creates situations you won't find anywhere else on Earth. It is completely normal for a child born in a Brazilian hospital to attend a school located in Uruguay. Many residents hold dual citizenship. They vote in elections for both countries, work on one side of the street, and sleep on the other. During emergencies, fire trucks and ambulances from both nations respond together, completely ignoring international borders to save lives. When intense football rivalries disappear, Brazil and Uruguay share one of the most intense football rivalries in South America. But in this city, that rivalry takes a strange twist. During World Cup matches, the atmosphere is electric, but surprisingly peaceful. Families are often divided. The father supports Brazil, while the mother supports Uruguay. There is even a local stadium, Estadio João Martins, built so close to the border that a long kick can literally send the ball into another country. Block 6. The origin of the world's most peaceful border. How did 2 major South American nations end up sharing a city without a fence? In the 19th century, this region was a battlefield between the Portuguese and Spanish empires. In 1851, a treaty officially marked the border, but instead of building fortifications, both governments decided to leave a wide neutral strip of land to avoid future conflicts. Over time, settlers from both sides moved into that neutral zone, building houses, shops, and roads until the two towns merged into a single sprawling city. And this is where the story becomes truly inspiring. In a modern world where nations spend billions of dollars constructing walls, reinforcing patrols, and creating strict checkpoints, Santana do, Livramento and Rivera prove that a different reality is possible. Here, two different governments, two distinct cultures, and two historical rivals manage to create a community where peace isn't enforced by soldiers but built by everyday people living side by side. It is a living experiment, showing that borders are ultimately just lines on a map made by humans and capable of being erased by cooperation. To sum it up, a central plaza divided in two, a unique language called Portuñol, an economy operating with two currencies, binational public services, and a history that turned a former war zone into the ultimate symbol of peace. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible place, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. In the next video, we are going to explore a Brazilian desert that breaks all the rules of science, filled with thousands of crystal clear lagoons. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.